Welcome to the video. I'm Melissa, I write books. It's November 14th, a cozy little Friday. It's about time to write. That's what I'm saying. I'm actually starting to lose my mind vlogging a little bit, mostly because I just don't remember. I just don't know how to start a video. Once we get into it, I'm like, we're rolling, we're rocking, you know? But I'm thinking today is going to be a cozy little writing vlog, as has been the last 14 days. So I hope you're excited about that. Yesterday, I finished section 1 out of, I don't know how many sections, but it's the first 50 pages out of 338. So it's not a fourth really at all. What percentage even is that? 50 divided by 338. About 10%. It's about 10% of the novel, 15% of the novel. And I did all of the edits, and now today, hopefully all today, I will be reading through that section. So I went through and did all the individual changes, and really there shouldn't be anything else, but I'm gonna do a pass today, reading through, just making sure flow is good, making sure that you can see everything, adding in some more setting, description, characterization, and just reading for flow to get us ready for the next section of chapters. I'm not really looking out for anything in particular, except I did make a tiny little checklist for this little pass through. And it's things that I did adjust when I was doing the main edits, but they're things that could thread out more throughout the chapters, but I didn't want to go through and okay, I just fixed him being worried about this thing in this spot where it's relevant, but I didn't go through and here's another spot he could be worried, here's another spot he could be worried. So there's two things that I'm just gonna look out for as I go, but I think that's gonna be my main goal for writing today, is that. And then we'll get started on section 2. Maybe I'll decide what section 2 is. Well, actually, let's do the next 7 chapters as the next section. Because then chapter 15, which would be after that, after the next section, is a new scene. So starting with that would be good. But the next section already, there's more going on, but also I need to start writing some letters now. And that's going to be fun. Because I'm truly not really sure how I'm going to go about doing that. I also want to keep them pretty low word count because I'm already kind of adding to the word count a lot. But I think if I remember correctly, there's a lot in the ending that is better. No, it can be cut. Sorry. There's a lot in the ending that with writing the letters, I can take out some of the explanation. And I'm also going to be making sure I'm looking out for ly words and acting thinking about, which is some filtering things. And make sure I'm breaking up dialogue and all that. This evening, I also am reading right now. I'm about 85 pages into The Blonde Who Came In From the Cold, and I'm doing it a little bit to voice train, but also just I'm enjoying the book, so I'm having a good time with that. I read this morning. What I really am supposed to be doing with this voice training is reading to see how they implement setting, but I keep skipping the setting, but I'm gonna lock in. So I'm waiting for Brielle to jump on a call, and then I'll do the the actual writing. But for now, I think until she jumps on, I'm going to do a little bit of reading, to do a little bit of voice training. In the evening, I'm gonna go to the pool. I did this last week, this last Friday night, and it was really enjoyable. I went to the pool, and then I went and got a sandwich, just a big juicy sandwich from Jimmy John's, and just listened to a podcast in my car, you know? Is that depressing? I don't know. It's kind of a fun Friday night. And then come back and read because I am really enjoying this, and it's just super easy to read. And I think I have a lot of books in this genre that I own, and I think if I just keep reading books like this, it will help me to get flow and all that jazz. So your reminder to read. I could listen to it on Spotify too if I wanted to do a puzzle tonight. So let's get into it.
Said on repeat in my head, China cabinet busted again. Ends it won't meet when the raisin are in. Picking up teeth off the pavement, broken like bread shirts clothes that don't fit, growing mold in the basement. Digging holes for dying hopes, throwing sticks at glass, Coke bottles, losing my grip in the rat race. I can't recall in the first place, what was it I was aiming for? In a canyon left undone, another tape, another rerun. If this is all you know, this is all you know. Could you believe better? This is all you know. Scratching my back and I'll get yours, keeping tab, tracking the score. You versus me, skeleton dance, keeping the peace, wringing my hands. I don't ask.
Okay, hi, update. It's, I don't know, about, we did a 45-minute sprint, and then we have about 7 minutes left of another 45-minute sprint, but I am through about 40 pages. I have 2 chapters left that equal about 10 pages. I would say I got through about 20 pages in 45 minutes, which is a little slower than I thought, but I think it's okay. I'm adding in, I would say there's a few edits a page. Sometimes it's like a typo thing, or not even a typo, but like the words, like I can condense a sentence. I've been condensing a few sentences. I've added in a little bit more setting in certain places. It's getting hard for me to tell though, which is why I'm going to take a little bit of a step away before I go through the last 10 pages. And I might even go back to some of the last chapter because it's hard, the balance of like when we're in a conversation of how many, I tightened my brow, I shifted in my seat, I clutched my steering wheel, like I think I might have a weird mix of them in this last chapter, like almost too many that are similar. So I think I'm gonna, in the next time, like later today, come back to it and start again with that chapter and read through and kind of make sure that it reads right. But the flow is going well. I mean, the first 2 chapters, I feel like I just don't have a good grasp of them because I have too good of a grasp of them. Like I've read them and workshopped them and torn them apart and re-put them together and had them edited by so many people, and it's like they're like I can't even see them for story anymore. I could recite the whole first page. I did actually when I was on the phone with Brielle and Andy. I literally recited the first page and I was mostly right. I just missed like one tiny little paragraph. Anyway, the first 2 chapters kind of a wash, but then now that we're getting into 3, 4, 5, I feel like I'm able to see it and I was able to adjust some of the things I was looking for. It's feeling good. Like even just adding in these little tiny characterizing things that are not huge changes, it really is coloring in the scene more. And I think reading alongside doing this has really been very helpful because it's reminding me of like, though I don't see scenes happen like they're in movies typically, there will be like an image, or if something's written in a certain way, I see that image for a second and I see the emotion or the feeling that image is supposed to give me. And so I've been adding in more of those, and I really think that it's like very small changes, but I think it's really enhancing the chapters. It's making them a little bit more visual, which is pretty much, I would say, the main goal of this draft. There's a few plot level things, but like the main goal of this edit is to enhance the visual effect of it. That's how it's going. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and do some other things, but I'm gonna go to the pool later today. So I'm not gonna take a huge break, but I think I'm gonna have a little snack, edit a little video, and then come back and start again with chapter 5. Hopefully it'll be quick to go through, but I was reading and I was like, I feel like there's something off here, but I can't, I've been going for like an hour, so I think I just need even just a small little context shift break. Usually I could write for longer than that, but I feel like because I am looking at such detail of like, do I need a little bit more? Do I need a little bit less? Like the decision paralysis, fatigue, not even paralysis, it's the decision fatigue of deciding with each sentence if that sentence works or not. I think it just requires a little more breathing room, but I am confident that I will finish it today. This section anyway, and then tomorrow we can start the next ones. But yeah, make a little snack.
Silk lining, delicate paper, tangerine rind. Tulip petals on the dresser all come to mind. Soft fawn pink brushing shoulders, page 55. You trace letters over the pictures of the climbing vine. I'm in a field of your making. I can see a moonflower awaken somewhere way past taken. Somewhere way past taken.
So I finished my little read through of 1 through 7. I'm feeling good about it. I do also know this is the strongest part of the whole book, so it's only downhill from here. I think I am feeling pretty equipped though to handle the next section, which I think we already talked about in this video, that the next section is going to be chapters 8 through 14. Yes. And in this section, I do need to write 2 new letters. So starting tomorrow, I think I will quick like kind of go through everything and correct all the grammar stuff. Actually, I don't think I will. Maybe I will. TBD. TBD tomorrow, because it does kind of help to get a bird's eye view of what's coming up to kind of start mentally preparing me, but also I could just jump right into chapter 8. This section is just going to go slower, I think. Chapter 8 might be not as slow. Chapter 9, though, actually chapter 9 might be fine too, but then we have a letter. And then chapter 10 is kind of writing in a new scene, a little bit, like a little bit of a half scene. And there's all these scenes at the police station that just need to get more specific. And so that's another part of this revision. So that will be coming up. We'll be dealing with that for the first time in chapter 10. And then chapter 11, actually it looks like it'll be kind of chill, but it'll just be more, we're also getting into the section of the book where it's less tight, it's more wordy. So I'll hopefully actually be cutting down words, because the book when I queried it was 89,000 words. Right now it's 90,500 words. Like I've added almost 1,000 words, which is fine. And I know I'll be deleting things and adding more things. I'm not super concerned about word count, but I do want to keep it in mind. I need to stay in the 80s. I don't want to be in the 90s. I would love to be in the 70s, but I really doubt I'm going to get 10,000 words in this book at this point. So yeah. Then 11 is it's just making it tighter and making it like in the first 25%, which is what I've just done, I was adding in like a fair amount of setting and characterization, but I think in this next 50% of the book, like 25 through 75%, it's going to be adding a lot of that. So it just might take a little bit longer. 12 is maybe fine. I think it's like, it becomes less like, oh, there's tangible things to change in this section, except for at the beginning and the letters, but it's more that like, we just need to tighten up everything, which will probably actually be more work because it's like every sentence and paragraph I just need to think critically about, because in the first 25%, like I kind of worked the first 50 pages to death. So I had like really done a lot of like tightening that I did also do to the rest of the book, but not to the extent. And so now going through and doing that same amount of tightening, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be, I think I'll be able to see the tangible difference that I'm making, which will be exciting. But it will be more changes, and it's still a little scary at this point to make big changes, but I know it's necessary and it still feels true to the book, and I'm a little apprehensive that it's gonna feel less true to the book if I change too much, but that's not really true. So I don't know, I'm just kind of working through that of knowing that I will need to make a significant amount of changes, but not wanting the book to become a different thing, which I don't think I'm really at risk for that, but that is just kind of a worry that's running through my head. Either way, that will lead us to the end of this video. Comment down below your favorite food. I was just editing kind of a dinner date scene, so comment down below what your favorite meal is, or your favorite restaurant, something like that. Make me hungry in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.